This is the weather forecast video for Thursday, January the 12th, 2012. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see a storm system over the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast with a bit of snow and coastal rain, and a storm system moving through the Midwest producing some snowfall in our area. Watch warning map from just before midnight, winter weather advisories for a large portion of Iowa, Missouri, all of Illinois, most of Wisconsin, Indiana, Kentucky, and also in New England, with several inches of snow possible across the area. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Monday evening at 6 o'clock shows some decent amounts of precipitation, upwards of a quarter to a half an inch of melted snow, with the heaviest amounts off to the east. Here's the projected snowfall from the NAM model at 0Z. You can see the light blue area has upwards of a foot of snow. We think this is a little overzealous with the lighter amounts further to the west. This is the GFS 0Z run. The light gray area is about 6 to 8 inches, and that's about where we think the heaviest snow band will be. Will it be 6 or 8 inches? That's possible with the lighter amounts further to the west. Here's what HPC says. This is the probability of at least 1 inch of snow between yesterday evening and Thursday evening of 1 inch of snow. The light dark red area is 95% chance. 2 inches of snow still looking fairly good, at least east of about Interstate 35, of at least 2 inches of snow, with the red area being east of about the Avenue of the Saints. 4 inches of snow is looking like about the limit, especially across the far eastern counties. Northeastern Iowa still has about a 50 to 70% chance of 4, and 6 inches of snow is looking fairly unlikely, at least 5-10% chance. So the heaviest amount could be about 5, maybe 6 inches at tops in the heavier band. So let's take a look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 6 p.m. this evening. See, there's the upper level feature with the energy moving across the southern part of it. And here we have a low pressure centered in eastern Michigan, the snow continuing at least east of Interstate 35, while to the west it'll be partly to mostly cloudy and very cold. Friday, temperatures will likely be struggling into the 20s after today's. Temperatures will be stuck in the teens to near 20 all day. But it won't be snowing on Friday. Saturday, little disturbance moves through that could produce a few flurries or maybe a light snow shower. Accumulations aren't expected. Temperatures remaining in the 20s. Sunday, winds begin to shift to the south and temperatures may warm up. Even with the snowpack, we could see temperatures at least into maybe the low 30s, with at least upper 20s possible in the snowpack areas. But that won't last long. Monday, here comes another front with the rain or rain-snow mix and more cold air coming in behind it. Temperatures likely during the day Monday in the 30s, dropping off Monday evening. Tuesday, that storm moves off further. Could maybe see a few flurries lingering across the far eastern counties. Otherwise, it'll be clearing and cold once more. Wednesday, could still see some snowfall, at least in the lakes, with high pressure moving in. Temperatures in the 20s to maybe around 30. A week from today, on the 19th, a piece of energy moving across the Midwest and another moving into the Pacific Northwest could bring some flurries or maybe some light snow showers by next Thursday across the area, but accumulations, if any, will remain rather light. We head further into the month. Here's the 22nd. Trough axis moving across the upper Midwest down into the Central Plains with a bit of energy there, and with that there could be some snowfall with that. The heaviest, though, looks to be further to the east and northeast, so any accumulations from this will be rather light, maybe 1 or maybe 2 inches at best. A few days later on the 24th, another weak system could bring some light, maybe even some moderate snow. Looks to be, this point, maybe another 1 or maybe 2-3 inches with that. We head to the end of the forecast on the 27th. A bit of a trough over the eastern half of the country with a ridge nosing into the west, an upper level feature over the desert southwest. Could see a storm system over the Gulf Coast. Be too far south to see much of any precipitation, maybe a few flurries or a light snow shower, but looking more active in the next 2 weeks. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.